Question from Rupa Gaura Prabhu. When kings of Ikshvaku dynasty were considered emperors of the world, how is it that Ravana, who was still on the same planet, was beyond their rule? Answer. This question has been asked by others also about how Dashrath Maharaj was able to do the yajna for becoming the emperor of the world if Ravana was still there. Answer. Ravana did not live as a part of the earth. Sometimes the Lanka that is there below the Indian peninsula is equated with uh, the Lanka of Ravana, but geographically the two are significantly different. So the distance between them, the distance between India and Lanka as we know it today is far smaller than the distance between India and Lanka as is mentioned in the Ramayana. That's why the Vanaras had to build a long bridge, and Hanuman was the only person who could jump across that distance. It was large, far greater distance. And not only that, if we look at the geographical dimensions of Lanka that are described, there are many mountains on it, and there were huge palaces, and each of them had gigantic gardens, and all the commanders of Ravana had their own palaces, and there were thousands and thousands and thousands of Rakshasas. And outside the city of Lanka also there was a huge forest with many mountains, and that doesn't match the geography of Lanka. Actually speaking, what we call as Lanka is normally is today what we today call as Lanka is was formerly known as Ceylon. In Marco Polo's descriptions, it is called as Ceylon. So now this does not necessarily mean that the Lanka which we have here is not connected with Ravana's Lanka. If we look at the Ramayan's context, it is clear that Lanka was Kuvera's kingdom and Ravana usurped from him. Now, Kuvera is the treasurer of the gods, and the treasurer of the gods does not have to stay on the earth, and certainly the treasurer of the gods doesn't have to be the ruler of a tiny island. That's how Lanka is right now. So, there may be some connection, just as we have Vrindavan on this earth, which is connected with the Vrindavan of the spiritual world, or we have Kailash here, which is connected with the Kailash in the higher lokas. So, in the Ramayana and Mahabharata, it's described fairly well that actually there are there are areas in the universe which are connected with areas with other parts of the universe in non-ordinary ways. So the Lanka of today, in the south of India, may be in some way connected with the Lanka of Ravana or Lanka of Kuvera, either way. But the two are not exactly the same. And because Lanka was Kuvera's kingdom and Ravana was the ruler of Kuvera's kingdom, that did not come under the jurisdiction of the earth. So that's why when Dashrath Maharaj was told later on by Vishwamitra Muni that the Muni wanted Ram to fight with Ravana, Dashrath Maharaj was horrified, and he said that it's impossible. Says, even I with my whole army cannot stop Ravana, what to speak of my son who has not fought a single battle till now. And there is also the story of Ravana long ago having defeated and killed Anaranya, who was a ancestor of Dashrath, and Anaranya had used his mystic power to impart a dying curse on Ravana that in the future a descendant of his family will kill Ravana. And that was eventually fulfilled through the prediction of Lord Ram appearing in the Ikshvaku dynasty and killing Ravana. So the point is that the Ikshvaku kings were rulers of the earth, and Lanka was not considered a part of the earth. And now, whether it was how it was geographically connected with the Lanka of today, that is something which we need access to the higher aspects of the universe to understand. In another answer, I have explained about wormholes, and I also talked about how the universe is like a mainframe computer where we have access to whatever we need to have access to. So that's why we don't know exactly the nature of the connection. But the Lanka of Today, the geographical Lanka of today is not entirely the same as the Lanka of Ravana. And Ravana was not the ruler of one small island on earth. He was the ruler. He after he had defeated Indra, he would not settle on some small island on the earth. He actually, after defeated Indra, he had conquered practically the whole universe. When Yamaraj had gone away from his fighting with him at the, not because he was defeated, but Brahma told him not to fight with Ravana. So after he had conquered the whole universe, he had no interest in living on a small island on the earth. He was ruling the kingdom of Kuvera. That was the celestial Lanka. Thank you.